hi everybody. Whoops. Welcome to the show. Let me turn this down a little bit. So, hope everybody had a great week. Welcome into Dr. Selfridge. Let me go ahead and pause or turn off my little backing screen here. Okay, so hi everybody. My name is Dr. Selfridge. If you've been here before, you know what we do here. Or if you're new, please say hello in the chat. And we like to answer questions and maybe do some requests if you have a question about playing an instrument or a specific song you want to learn. We're here live every Sunday at this time. So I'm actually going to go right here and go right to our chat and say hi to some people. And don't be shy, put some questions in the chat. And if you do ask me a question about your instrument, please make sure, if you're asking a note question or anything like that, let me know what instrument you play, and so I can answer your question, like whether you play flute or clarinet or saxophone. So that is always helpful to know what instrument you guys play. All right. So thanks, Joelee. Let's bring up some comments here. Do I have my comments turned on? No. Let me go here to turn on my comments, and I can start saying hello to some folks. Here we go. So first person we're going to say hello to is Mia Ann. Hi, Mia. Good to see you. Mia Ann, help me out. Do you go just by Mia, or do you like to go by Mia Ann? Just let me know. And Kaushik is here. Hello to Kaushik. Good to see you. Maybe, I don't know if you've been on our show before, but if you have been, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. We're going to say hi to Rory. Hi, Rory. Welcome to the show. And Joelee. Good to see you, Joelee. Hello. Rory, I am doing great. If you guys were on last week, you know I did a quick show. By the way, if anyone... Okay, thanks, Mia. If anyone knows what jazz song I was playing when we started the show today, please let me know if you know the title. I'll play it for you a little bit again. So, Rory, I'm doing great. If you guys watched last week, you know it was the day of the big Super Bowl. In the U.S., we had the big championship football game for the NFL, and my Philadelphia Eagles were in the game, which was very exciting. It was actually a really exciting game, but we had a pretty disappointing loss there because we're always disappointed when we lose, but they were playing so great. And then in the second half, we kind of had some problems with keeping the Chiefs from scoring. But if you weren't particularly an Eagles fan, maybe I think it was actually a pretty exciting game to watch. So, all right, let's dive in. So the moral of the story is I'm doing pretty good. I was a little bit bummed on Monday, and my students at school were pretty bummed, but we're bouncing back. We're ready for the Sixers and the Eagles. I mean the Sixers and the Phillies. All right. Thanks, Joelee. I appreciate it. And thanks, Mia, for letting me know. Cool. Okay. It's Catherine wants to know if I have a Dance Monkey tutorial for flute. I don't think I do. So what I can do, excuse me, is maybe I can do a little search for that song. I have heard the tune before, and I think I actually did maybe a sax cover of it or something. But I don't think I did a flute tutorial. Let me see if I can get this song to come up on YouTube. I have a little bit of a different setup today. I'm using my iPad here for my second laptop because my one laptop isn't working. But let me see. Dance Monkey. I wonder if there's... I'm just going to put... I always try to see just if I'm looking for something for a particular instrument. I put in Dance Monkey Flute. How to play Dance Monkey Easy Sheet Music Flute. All right, let's check this out. Turn my sound up. Oh, let me turn it on. There we go. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Hold on. I got to plug in my sound. So yeah, I did find a video, guys. I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, I've got sound. What's going on here? Maybe I turned it down. Where's my volume? Let's see what's going on here. You know, I'm just going to use my other, I'm going to use my laptop here. Okay, guys? Because this doesn't seem to be working. Hi, Pepsi Cola. Good to see you. Let me turn off my music here. And let's see. Let's go here. So I'm going to do Dance Monkey for Catherine. So let's find it. I wonder why my sound isn't working on my iPad. That's kind of annoying because I checked it before I started and it was working. That's weird. Okay. Oh, see? All right. Okay. Now it's working. Yay. All right, check it out. So, all right. I'm going to play this. I'm going to start it again. I'm going to play it. I know my little picture up in the screen is kind of covering part of the sheet music, so sorry about that. I'll take my little part of the screen off there so you can see it. So let me pause this. All right, so we start at the beginning here. Okay, so we're in B flat major, so we got to use B flats and E flats. So this is probably a pretty comfortable key if you've been playing in a band class. Like school bands, we like to play in B flat major, E flat major, F major. So pretty familiar notes here. All right, let me take my little, I'm going to pop off the screen there so you guys can see the music. Okay, so I'm going to start this at the beginning, and let's go ahead and play it, all right? Got the little green button, or the green line that starts us off. Shows us the notes. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. What if they count us in? There's like an introduction here. Let's give it. Oh. Block there, man. Oh, okay, that's it. So, yeah, pretty cool. Let me just back it up a little bit. The ending there I kind of had a little trouble with because my screen kind of was obscuring the notes. So there we go. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward song. You only need to know, how many notes do you need? Oh, they showed us at the beginning. I think it's only like 6 notes, which is kind of cool. 1, 2, 3. Oops. You need B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. That's cool. It's a 6-note song. Okay, so let's go back here. Actually, let's go back here while I get my, there we go. Okay, so more of your comments and questions. Thanks for that request. So that tutorial, I literally typed in Dance Monkey Flute on YouTube. And that's what came up. That was one of the videos that came up. So actually, it'd be pretty easy for me to do a quick tutorial on that. So maybe I will do that sometime soon. All right, let's say hello to some more people. CL, hello CL. And CL says hello everyone. And Duds, Catherine. Yeah, so for a flute tutorial, that Dance Monkey might be a good one for me to do. Julie said it was a great game. Yeah, it was a great game, except for the end, if you were an Eagles fan. Okay, hello to Pepsi Cola, and hello to Yuvaraj from India. Thank you, I appreciate that. What time is it there? Is it like, it's always interesting to me to know, because I know in Europe, in Europe, it's like 7 p.m. at night, I think, 7 or 8 p.m. Okay, Pug Channel. La Daichi cha nai servici de sandu chorba. Okay, so Pug Channel. It also helps me if you let me know a timestamp of where you want exactly the sax part me to figure out. Okay, and we have another request. Rory says, can I play Radio Gaga on the tenor sax? I don't know that song. Oh, Yuvaraj says it's 1:40 in the morning. Wow. Wait, 1:40? Okay. Anyway, good to see you. Thanks for joining me so in the middle of the night for you. Thanks, Catherine. Appreciate it. Okay, we got some great requests coming in. So I'm going to go right to Pug Channel's request first, because I didn't get to your request last week, I remember. So this one, I gotta type this one in. La. It's a little tricky to find here. How do I do it? How do I do it? Dash. La da I E G. Okay, I found it. Came right up. By Sandu Koyoba. So I'm just going to click on the first video that I see. Oh, and the beginning part on sax. All right, let's listen to this. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. Okay, guys, check this out. All right, ready? Here we go. This is the video. Very cool saxophone part. Okay. So you guys know, whenever I'm figuring out a new song, the first thing, hey Josh, the first thing I do is I find what is the center note. In other words, we call it, what is the resting tone? And what that really tells you is what key are we in. So if you ever hear musicians talking about what key a song is in, they're talking about what note is the resting tone. What note sounds like the center note or the center of gravity. You might call it do. So in this song, I think it's take it back. So that is a G on the piano. So there's a lot of really cool saxophone-ish stuff happening here, like saxophone stuff, like trills and you know, decorative notes. So I'm going to see if I can get some of this. This is basically in some sort of key of E for me, E minor major. So let me get the first bit of it. Okay. So right away I recognize that that's sol-la-ti-do. So I got that. That was easy. Let me get the next part. I think it went like a flat third to a natural third, or to a major third. I feel like I want to slow this down because it's going to go. Here we go. So it's kind of cool. It almost has like a bluesy sound to it, like an American blues. Okay, so it's got like a little, so it's got like the flat third, major third, and then it's got a half step from like, it's like the sharp 4 to the 5. back to the major third. Oh boy, okay. Hold on. I'm going to do a little bit more of this. So it goes to the 5, major 6, flat 7, up to the high E, do. Sort of. I gotta figure out what he's doing on the way down. I can figure out what he's doing after that. Anyway, that's a cool little thing. I mean, it's a really cool phrase that he's playing over and over again. Let me see if I can play along with it and just fake it. Never mind. Never mind. It's so fast, I can't do it. But that's the basic idea. Kind of like that. That's a cool scale. It's like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a sharp 4 flat 7 scale kind of thing. So let's keep moving along with some more requests. We had some other requests here. Let's go to Mia's request. Mia, be our guest from Beauty and the Beast on clarinet. Let's do that. And then Rory, we're going to get to your request, Radio Gaga. Okay, so let me go back here. Be our guest, clarinet. Just see if we get lucky here on finding sheet music for it on YouTube. Look at this. Here it is. It's pretty cool. I'm going to sight read this. Oh, it's somebody playing it. No. Yeah, whoever's playing it is kind of, I don't know. I'm not matching up the intonation. I wonder if there's a different version I can find here. I mean, that's probably the best I'm going to find. All right, I'm just going to play this again. The intonation's a little bit funky with me playing together with the track, but let's just do it. Here we go. We'll deal with the somewhat suspect intonation. Here we go. I'll do my best. To it. guys hear? Did you guys hear the part where the person on here kind of did something different than was written? I think I figured it out. So, right there, right here. So the music says to go bum 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 bum, but the person who played this on the video did a whole arpeggio, a C major arpeggio. So, wait. Like that. Pretty cool. Pretty fancy. So, let's go back to another request. I think Rory had a request here of, let's see. Where are you? Radio Gaga. Actually, is this a song I should know? I don't recognize it. But sometimes you guys teach me new songs, which is cool. Well, actually, a lot of times you guys teach me new songs that I've never heard of. Radio Gaga. Oh, it's Queen. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here and see. I Googled, I searched. Oh, there's some guy playing it. Radio Gaga, Queen, sheet music, tenor sax. What are the odds? Here we go. Let's see how this looks. Or if it works. I have no idea if this is right or not, okay? So you can tell me. Let's see what we got. That was a long introduction. I'm going to skip ahead, okay? It says piano. I'm just going to play what's here. Oh, no, sorry, not yet. Is this right? I don't really know the song. Nice. I'm going to stop it there. But that's a cool song. I'm really kind of lucking out here finding these YouTube videos that have the exact sheet music that you guys are requesting, which is pretty cool. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Thank you all for all the great comments and questions. So, all right. We got that one done. CL says that I am practicing alone at the moment. Canon by Pachelbel on the flute. How do I practice the short breathing? Okay, running out of air. Okay, so here, that's a great question. It's a question I get a lot. I hear a lot about flute. I think the biggest issue with I have no idea, CL. By the way, if you want me to call you CL, or just let me know if there's a different name you want me to call you. Without hearing you play the flute, I'm just going to guess at what the issue is. One of the biggest issues with people who are learning to play the flute is letting too much air out from the lips. So if you just think of, if you fill a large balloon with air, okay, and if you're holding it the end so no air can get out, right? That's like taking a deep breath and holding your breath like this. so no air can get out. And then if you're holding the balloon, and if you just let it go and there's a big opening in the balloon, all the air is going to go, right? And all the air is going to go out quick. But if you hold the balloon opening just a little bit, so it kind of goes, right? Or tss, right? The air in the balloon is going to last a lot longer. So the amount that you open your embouchure when you play the flute does not have to be super big. In fact, it should feel like when people go to play the flute, if you go, that's way too much air. So there's a lot of air there's a lot of air that's going out that's not being converted into sound. So it's sort of like you're wasting air. So I think lips together, M, and then keep your lips together gently, but the air kind of pushes its way out through the middle of your lips, almost like you're starting with the sound of the letter P. Like this. When you do that, it's a combination of don't keep your lips tucked in real tight, but also don't let your muscles all go loosey-goosey and go. It's in between holding your lips kind of slightly firm, but also letting them get pushed out by the air right here. So, converting that to playing a note. If you find just the right spot to aim your air, you're going to get a really clear, clean sound that's all tone quality and no extra air sound. As little extra air sound as possible. So just practice getting the perfect sound and using your air to its fullest efficiency and not wasting air as best you can. Okay. We got that. Good. We said hi to Josh. Hey, Josh, how you doing? All right. So Pepsi Cola asked last week if we could play some Kenny G on the sax. So Pepsi Cola, if you have a specific song, let me know. I mean, the obvious one is to do the Kenny G Titanic theme. But if you have a different one, I could maybe play a little bit of that. So go ahead and put that request in the chat. Phil, hello Phil, good to see you here. I have played the saxophone let's see, I started in high school in like 10th grade. So let's say I was 15 years old. 15. Probably like 28 years. I think that's about right. Okay, you're welcome to my friend Official Pug Channel. Hello, DC in Tucson. Welcome to the show. My user is boring. Okay, so this looks like a good question. I know this may sound like a dumb request, but no, it's actually a really good question. Can I explain how to count 6/8? All right. I love explaining time signatures. You ready for this? I hope you're still here. I know I'm behind in the chat. Ready? Time signatures. Figuring out what time signatures mean, this will answer a lot of your questions, just knowing this. So time signature has a top number and a bottom number. The top number is a number, how many? So if you have 6/8, the top number 6 means there's 6 of something, six things. The bottom number is not a counting number. The bottom number is a representation of a type of note. So the bottom number, the 8 on the bottom, doesn't mean 8 of something. It means eighth note. So it's like a representation of a type of note. The bottom number tells you a representation of a type of note, and the top number tells you how many. So 6/8 means there are how many 6 of what? The bottom number means eighth notes. So there are 6 eighth notes in every measure, or the equivalent of that. So whatever equals 6/8 notes, that's what goes in a measure in 6/8. It goes for every time signature. Now, I'm going to help you out with how to count it in a sec. But think about all the other time signatures you might see. You might see 4/4, which is the most common one. That means there are 4 whats in every measure. If you see a 4 on the bottom of a time signature, what kind of note does that represent? Maybe you can answer the question in the chat. Where the chat's a little bit delayed because there's a natural delay in the live stream. So it's not exactly real time. But anyway, so if you see a 4 on the bottom of a time signature, that is equal to, I'm going to see if anyone knows. Or if you see a 2 on the bottom of a time signature, what does that represent? Okay, so these are good things to know. I'm going to see if anyone gets the answer. So anyway, let's talk about how to count to 6/8. Well, I see if anyone can tell me in the chat, what does it mean if there's a 4 on the bottom of your time signature? What does it mean if there's a 2 on the bottom of your time signature? Now, 6/8 means 6/8 notes per measure. Generally, 6/8 is counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's generally, whenever you see 6/8, the 8th note is not the beat that you tap your toe on. It's usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what that means is whenever you see 6/8, you're going to have 2 big beats in every measure that you tap your toe on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or even faster. Okay? So you tap your toe on the dotted quarter note, because a dotted quarter note is 3/8 notes. So, ba 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 ba, and those faster notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, are the 8th notes. So when I'm counting out rhythms, some teachers like to use numbers. There's different number systems. If you just keep in mind and mark where your big beats are, foot tap, foot tap, foot tap, foot tap, you can figure out all those 8th note rhythms within those big beats, and it starts to make sense. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. All right. Happy Birthday Jazz version by Wynton Marsalis on trumpet. Sure. So I'm going to play trumpet here, and you're asking me to play Wynton Marsalis, who, and me not being a great trumpet player. I play the trumpet. I can teach my students how to play trumpet, but I'm mainly a saxophone player, clarinet, flute player. Wynton Marsalis is about 6 billion times better than me at the trumpet. That might even be a low estimate. Whew, got to get warmed up. So a jazzy version, Wynton Marsalis, might be sort of like a sort of a New Orleans 2-beat style. What key was I in? Was in B flat. Boom, boom. I was in I'm in F. Here we go. Wait, I wanted to play. Hold on. See, if I was Wynton Marsalis, I would have totally nailed that. Ba-da ba da ba da ba da, like that. Okay, let's see what's next here. You got a friend in me. Okay, cool. Let me look this one up on the old YouTube. You got a friend in me. What key is that in? You got a friend in me. Look at this. It comes up tenor sax right away. Now, tenor sax and clarinet are in the same key, so I could do this. I think I will. Let me type in clarinet and see what happens. So this is, I'm looking on YouTube. You've got a friend in me, clarinet. Let's see what we get. Look at that. Oh, this is our clarified, our channel that I really like, clarified channel. Let's see, do they have a slow version and a faster version? So they show us the notes. Tutorial. All right, let me turn up the sound. So they usually do a slower version. I'm gonna fast forward to the play along. Here we go. That's it. Okay. I do like the clarified channel, but sometimes their videos are pretty short. Like they just do like the main part. Maybe if I go back and do tenor sax, because tenor sax is in the same key, right? Might find a longer version that I can play. I just feel like playing that song a little bit longer than I just did. Ooh, look at this. Whoops. Okay. I wanna play that intro. Here we go. There we go. Fun. Yeah, that was a little bit more fun to play that video. A little bit harder, more challenging, but lots of fun, definitely. Thanks for that request. Cool. And all of these videos that I'm playing off of, you guys can go find them. Just search up, the name of the song and then your instrument. And there's a lot of stuff out there. Okay. Hvarhol version is pretty fab. Thank you, DJ. I forget what song. I'm so far back in the chat. I'm not sure what song you're talking about. Okay. Ooh. Let's see here. Okay, so we have a couple of questions here that I can answer. I'm going to go back and do some more requests. Let me do some quick. Okay, so Mia requested Reflection from Mulan on the flute, which I can certainly do that next. Let me answer Rory's question. How do you play B natural minor on alto sax? Cool. That's a pretty quick one to answer. B natural minor. So the phrase natural minor, let me show you real quick on my overhead cam. No. Here we go. So natural minor. to always remember how to do natural minor, here's a way to do it. So check it out. So say we have this is a C major scale. There's your C major scale. It's all white keys, starting and ending on C. And we think of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If you have a major scale and you're starting on do, which is the root, do or 1, if you take the same grouping of keys, but instead of starting on do, you start on la. Do, ti, la. We're going to start on la, or 6. And we go, instead of going C to C, we're going to go A to A. Listen to this. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. That is what we call natural minor. And the reason it's called natural minor is because it's the scale that naturally occurs within the major scale. We're just starting in a different spot, and this is what naturally happens. We don't change anything. That's what we mean by natural. We didn't change any of our notes. We just started in a different place. So using that knowledge, we can take B natural minor on sax. I'm going to do it in just piano key right here. So say we're in B minor. So to get B natural minor, what you'd want to ask yourself is, what major scale has B as its 6th note, or la? And the answer is la, ti, do. It's D major. So we take D major with 2 sharps. Whoops. That's D major. It has 2 sharps. And if we want to play B natural minor, we're going to simply take do, ti, la, and now we're on B, and that's going to be B natural minor. It's going to have 2 sharps. We're not going to change anything else. So now I'm going to go to saxophone, and I'm just going to do this on sax. We're going to get to saxophone key. D major, 2 sharps. It's going to sound different than the piano because the saxophone transposes. D major. I'm going to take this off the screen so you can see my fingers a little better. I wonder if this will work. Oh, cool. Nah, that sort of works. Check it out. But now, same notes, but we're going to start on B instead of D. So, that was kind of the long answer. I could have just shown you the notes, but I like to explain things, kind of the underlying theory behind how I figured it out, and that way maybe it'll be more likely for you to remember how to do it in the future, and you can also apply it to different major scales and figure out your minor scales. Okay, let's do some quick questions, and then I will do another request or 2 or 3. So we want to say happy Sunday to Jacqueline, who's here very often with us, just about every week. Good to see you. Shay says, I want to learn trumpet, but then he says, wow, you have questions on every instrument. Here's a question: how to tongue on flute? Yes, tonguing on the flute. Say 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2, and where your tongue is hitting when you say 2 2 2 2 2 is exactly where your tongue hits when you're tonguing on the flute. Pretty much the tip of your tongue hits behind your upper teeth, right where the inside, where your teeth meet your gum line on the inside. Okay? So then you take a single note, like let's say a D. Start with a long note, single note, and then just start moving your tongue very quickly to just tap, to sort of chop little separations in the note, the long note. If you could see X-ray inside my mouth, you'd see my tongue is sitting here, and then whenever I want to separate the note, I go almost like a snake, darts, very quick. Do, 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 right? Except your tongue doesn't come out of your mouth like a snake's tongue does, but it hits behind your teeth. Okay, that's how you tongue on the flute. Let's go to Mulan. Speaking of flute, Mia requested Mulan on the flute. Let's see. So I'm going to go to my trusty iPad here, and I'm going to type in Mulan. Oops, I want to go here. There we go. Mulan. What's the song called? Reflection. And you see it's got lyrics, piano. Let me see if we get flute. Oh, here's someone playing a cover. And look, flute sheet music. I want to hear this, though, real quick. Let's see what this one. Is she playing? Wait. Is that the same person playing? Did she like double record herself? That sounds really nice. Very cool. All right, I'm going to play it here with the sheet music. Oh, that's nice. Here we go. Oh, alrighty. They don't give us a count-in. Change. Key change. Much warning. Woo. Okay. So that's a great video. The only problem there, as you guys probably noticed, I had hit a couple of spots there where the way they had the sheet music, I couldn't see what was coming. That's actually a really important thing that I was just talking to my students about at school. When you're sight reading, like I had never played that particular sheet music before. I was sight reading it, right? So when you're sight reading, you are constantly, or not even when you're sight reading, when you're playing music in general, you're constantly not only looking at the notes you're playing at the moment, but your eyes are constantly scanning just a few notes ahead to see what's coming. And if you have a couple of beats of rest, you can look a little further and see what's coming, because you have to be. It's a very interesting process, actually. You're not just thinking and playing about the note you're playing at the moment. You're simultaneously playing the note at the moment, and a millisecond later, you're thinking about what's coming next, what's coming next, what's coming next. So when the music pops up like that and you can't see what's coming next, that's where you have mistakes. Okay. Let's see. 3:51. Time has been flying by today. Great questions. I do apologize if I don't get to your question or your request today, but please come back. Okay. Some more questions, and then I'll do some more requests. Okay. Shay on the clarinet. How do you keep from squeaking? Squeaking usually occurs. Let's see. There are maybe 3 main reasons you might be squeaking. 1, check to make sure your reed doesn't have any problems. Your reed is in good shape. And make sure your reed is perfectly lined. Ooh. I'm going to show you on my secondary cam over here. Let's see. Make sure your reed is like really lined up nicely with the tip of the mouthpiece, and it's not crooked. There's no problems with it. Okay? So that's step 1. Make sure your mouthpiece and reed are set. And kind of related to that, if you're squeaking on a particular note, it could be a problem with the keys of your clarinet. Now, that's something you can't control other than bringing it to get it repaired. So if it's not your equipment, if it's not your clarinet, your reed, your keys, whatever, the second thing it could be is probably most likely is your embouchure. Are you doing the correct things with your clarinet embouchure to get a good sound? And that is a smooth bottom lip stretched across your bottom teeth. Okay? Your top teeth, the reed goes on your bottom lip. Your top teeth go on top. You close your lips at a seal. The clarinet going at sort of a, I don't know what the exact degree is supposed to be, like not here and not here, but kind of like there, okay? So the air is free flowing down the clarinet. Then when you go to play your notes, the third thing it could be is maybe you're not completely covering the holes like they should be. So if you're trying to play a note like a C, if any spot in this chain of covering the holes in the clarinet, if any spot is leaking any air, that's going to cause you problems. You hear that? I was just moving this a little bit off, and so there's an air leak there. That's the problem. So make sure you're covering the holes completely. You can look at your fingertips and make sure you see the complete circle of the tone hole. You press down and then look at your fingers. Try to see the complete circle, that your finger's completely covering the hole. So that might help you with any issues you have with squeaking. Okay. Oh, DJ is going to band practice. Thank you, DJ. You're probably already gone, but thanks for being here. I see some questions in here. I'm going to skip around a little bit. What type of alto saxophone do I have? I have, Shay, this is called a Selmer. Selmer is one of the I'll show you in camera 2 here. Selmer is one of the top manufacturers of saxophones, made in Paris. And this is people always ask me, or some people, my students, kids, they're like, oh, don't you want to have a nicer saxophone? Why is your saxophone all beat up like that? And if you know a professional saxophone player, they will tell you the way a saxophone or an instrument looks does not indicate how good of an instrument it is. This is a vintage. A lot of people seek to get this type of saxophone. It's called a Mark VI. And as long as it's in good condition with the pads and the way it's maintained, this is one of the best saxophones you can get. There's lots of other great saxophones, but I really love this one. This is my Selmer Mark VI. and I got it when I was. When did I buy it? I was about 20 when I bought it. Okay. Got my bassoon. What books do I get? Ninja Kid, are you taking lessons at school or are you teaching yourself? There's so many good books you can get. Use the lesson book that your teacher gives you. Look for basically just like look up bassoon beginner band book and take your pick. There's a lot of good ones. There's Yamaha. There's Essential Elements. Is that Yamaha? There's Essential Elements. There's Standard of Excellence. All these good method books you can get. You can go old school and get the Rubank method books, which are a little bit more vintage, but they're quality. So yeah, any of those books, okay? Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. Rory, yes, I can play Altissimo. Altissimo, real quick on saxophone, folks, is a controlled squeak. I talked a little bit about the overtone series. So the overtone series is the naturally occurring vibrations that occur in the same pattern everywhere in nature. When you're playing a note, you're not only hearing the main note that you're playing, right? But there are other higher vibrations that are also happening in the sound, but your ear, our human ear, doesn't hear them as separate vibrations most of the time. We hear all of the higher overtones, they're called, blending all together to create the tone quality of the instrument. So that's why a trumpet playing an F sounds different from a clarinet playing the same F on the piano, because they have different levels of these higher vibrations. Even though no matter what instrument you're playing, it's the same pattern of higher vibrations, like this. So we have our fundamental, or our lowest note here. Here we go. Not being completely warmed up, it's a little bit hard to get that note out. Here, I'll try again. The next overtone, which we don't quite hear, but it's in there, is this one. I'm not changing my fingers. I'm just going to adjust my embouchure a little bit to bring out the next overtone, which is an octave higher. And if I kind of open up my embouchure, you can hear it slide back down to the low. Watch. You started to hear one of the higher overtones come out there. That's the next overtone in the series. That's the F. Just changing my embouchure, not changing my fingers at all. Next one is the high octave. Then they get higher, and the intervals get smaller as you go higher. So now we're on a high B flat. The next one is a high D, which is just an interval of a major third. Then a minor third to a high F. Then another minor third to a high A flat. Then a major second to a high B, double, triple high B flat. And so they continue onward. So when you play Altissimo, you are playing an overtone, a controlled squeak. When you squeak on your instrument, you're not actually squeaking, you're playing a real note, okay? So Altissimo, that is an Altissimo A. I'm doing a controlled squeak of a modified D fingering, okay? So there we go. Again, probably a lot more than you even necessarily wanted to know, but that's a really cool thing to practice on your instrument. Okay, so guys, we are just about at time to go. So when I say goodbye, you're going to see this screen, okay? And that's just how just saying join us next week, Sundays, same time. There's my email address, and there's how you can follow me on different social media things, okay? So make sure you, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and make sure you, leave comments and questions on any of my videos. I try to get back to everybody who comments. And join us next week. Shay says, I do Essential Elements books. They are great. Favorite instrument? I'd say saxophone, because that's what I play the most. That's what I play the most. So thank you guys for these questions. Real quick, hvarhol, how to flutter tongue on the trumpet. Flutter tonguing is when you, when you, in certain languages, the R's are rolled. So if you practice rolling your R, but you don't use your voice, so no vocal cords involved, all right? Just the fluttering of the tongue when your air goes through. And then you literally do that while you're playing the trumpet, which I don't think I can do it, honestly. I kind of, yeah, I got it, basically. Okay? And that creates that effect. I'm going while buzzing. Okay, so folks, thanks everyone. Hi, Jay. Oh, thank you, Shay. Hi, JJ. Thanks for joining us. We're wrapping up, everybody. And so the next time I see you will be same time next week, Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And so thanks, everyone, for joining us. Like I said, once we sign off, you're going to see our sign-off screen. You can contact me. You can send me. You can follow me on social media. But until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Now go practice. I'll see you in a week. Bye-bye. There we go.